Hello, welcome again. I'm Nicole Patrice, and today I'm here with Chris Vasquez, who is a licensed massage therapist, entrepreneur, musician. Are you a lifetime Chicagoan or just here and there?
Lifetime Chicagoan, but you forgot Guru.
Oh, guru, my bad. I was gonna let you throw that in there. Nothing like a self promoting guru. Business owner, healer, guru of Throwin Bows Massage LLC, and we're just gonna get into it. How are you today?
Good. Just hanging out with my fam. Got my mom and my daughter over right now.
All right, I see a look. I was like, look, you got company. You had somebody open the door. You are currently doing massages, and do you do like Reiki or any other services, or is it just focused on massage?
So I have, a background in some energy work. I wouldn't consider myself like a Reiki master,
Yeah,
but with any like body work, we're always taking that energy on.
of course, of course.
And
How, go ahead.
hopefully, reciprocating some positive and good energy.
Yeah, that's important. How did you get into healing work or massage in general?
Um, I, I guess just like I've always been interested in anatomy and just like how the body functions. And, this is like 11 years ago. Man, no, actually 12 when I started at Cortiva. And, it wasn't nearly like what it is now. Like, I feel like, there are a lot of franchises now, and I feel like it's becoming a little watered down. But, on the plus side of that, it's like it's finally getting recognized in some areas that, it was considered like taboo, when I started.
Right? That's crazy though. Like like do you ever wonder like how did it ever get to be taboo other than obviously the freaks?
In the media, and everything's considered, oh, we love you long time and happy endings and all that stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah, but I'm here to help educate.
For sure. Because like what I think I was just briefly reading some history on massage, and it was like, it started in like, I don't know, like in India and like 5,000 like BC or so. It was some crazy number. I was like, that's crazy that people are not really taking advantage of this, but it was obviously born out of, the monks and all of that healing and ancient healing and, medicine that, we've lost.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So currently, you just started your own LLC, your own business. What was that like? What was the motivation, and how's it panned out for you so far?
Man, well, it's been intense. Like, I'm realizing that, having your own business and working for another business and, you know, making time for family, friends, rehearsal, bandmates,
Hmm.
relation, like it becomes like tedious and it's like overwhelming, but like all in a good way. And I guess like my motivation was just because there is no like massage therapist really out here, and no one fully understands the benefits of it. So I thought it was like the perfect opportunity for me.
Can you talk some more about what those benefits are?
Yeah, I mean, well, massage affects every system of the body. So I mean, anywhere, the digestive system, the nervous system, obviously. And I mean, it improves sleep. It helps with our mental health. So it's all tied in.
Yeah. There's a lot going on around healthcare, obviously with the United Health insurance, CEO being killed. And there's, a lot of vitriol came out, especially if you're like on Twitter, and around that subject. And you just see how many people are dependent on the healthcare system, and how it affects people in so many more ways than just their health. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot, but it's just like, in my opinion, I mean, we should always be looking for alternative medicine and therapy. We're just kind of feeding the rich.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
rich get.
seriously, yeah. Um, but like, so as far as what kind of, so like, okay, some of the more prevalent, I feel like diseases right now, especially like among women, because I feel like women are ignoring a lot of their signs. I just feel like women are kind of, we just like emotionally pressured to just, show up for our children and show up for everyone in our lives. And I feel like some women really feel guilty when they take the time for themselves and the money for themselves to like spend on a massage, for instance.
Yeah,
Um, and then you're seeing so many diseases that are really connected, if you kind of research a lot of them connected to the nervous system and suppressing emotions and things like that. Do you find that there's a correlation in that and how, massage may can help?
yeah, I mean, 100%. And something I always like, tell to my clients, it's like, you have to make time for yourself, because if you're not good, you know, you can't be good for somebody else, for your kids. So your mental state has to be right.
Yeah. So I know that there's a lot of there's a lot of talk around healing and things like that that, is coming more to the forefront. But then there's also like, I just feel like there's like a divide of like these purists and like people who want to, um, they like people who really want to take a good idea, but then it's almost so like a doctrine and a dogma that sometimes it turns people off. Like, so for instance, like sometimes the vegans, like they get real judgy. Like you go out and you're with your vegan friend and they're like, oh, I wouldn't eat that or this, that, and that. Did you know? And it's like, okay, like where do you find the balance between like, okay, I want to be a healer and then also maybe I want to turn up. Maybe I want to indulge in something. Do you ever find yourself conflicted with that?
I think I barely found that in the past year. And I think, it's because, working on my own, I didn't have to, follow like protocol, or, have certain dialogue or anything like that. So it's like I could be 100% real, you know, and I don't know. Like in my opinion, especially in this field and in life, like transparency is it's everything. So yeah, like I don't know. I definitely have worked with some people who think that there's this like otherworldly being and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, come on, because I just talked to you and we're talking about eating French fries and stuff like that. Like, chill. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, like take it down a notch. But yeah, and I don't know. That's what like I named it Throwing Bows because I was like, man, that's so cool. Because first of all, Luda.
I was about to
Um,
say.
but I don't know. It's just like something that everyone can relate to. And ironically, the client I just had, she had called me to book. She's like, oh, well, I just wanted to make sure that you weren't like a gangbanger or anything like that.
Because the throwing bows, it's not throwing gang signs.
I guess it could go both ways, but I'm still gonna keep it.
No, I think that was great because I'm like, I love, especially when I go to like the Thai lady, like the Thai ladies are so strong for their size. And I went with one of my friends and he was like so amazed. He was like, oh my God, the lady like was kicking my ass. I was like, yeah, no, they're strong. And so like when they get that elbow in there and they start with that arm, I'm like, oh yes, we're get in there, girl. Like So
I
that
definitely,
that's perfect.
yeah, because I use a lot of like I specialize in deep tissue, and that's my goal to eventually open up a location and then more locations, and we have that niche. It's kind of like an urban feel to it.
Mm. Right. That's good because yeah, like you said, I don't think there's a lot of representation as far as outside of like the traditional either like the Asian boutiques or like the trendy national ones. So yeah, I think that's great that you found a niche to fill up and like really help people make it more accessible too because I don't know. I do feel like people think it's just like something that like you only do when you like need to because you've been injured or someone recommended it and or you went to this resort and they're just offering it. Like it doesn't have to be some extra thing. Like you can just have like a weekly self-care routine that includes
Honestly, like it's like I've worked on like many like marathon runners, and they'll come to me after they can barely like walk and get on my table. I'm like, well, you waited too long. So yeah, it shouldn't be. There's just like you have maintenance with cars. Like we have to maintain our bodies too. Hey boy,
what would be some signs that you may be waiting too late before it's too late that you could think of?
I mean, well, when you're feeling stressed out, because mind and body they're connected. So, and I mean any type of soreness, when you're feeling stiff, um, things like that. And definitely like, hydrating, I always preach to. I always want to hydrate.
Yeah, for sure.
Stretching, so important. I wake up every morning and I stretch.
Yes. I was gonna mention that. Yeah, like do you have any like a routine or anything you want to share as far as like stretching that would help?
Um, I invested in this like they sell them on like Amazon, I think. They're like these back rollers,
Mm.
and you get a yoga mat, and you can kind of elongate your spine and really just kind of go back on it,
Hmm.
move it on and backwards, and those are awesome. They're only like 12 bucks, things like that. Like it doesn't have to like I feel like in the wellness field, unfortunately, it's become like this pampering stuff. It's like no, we can do simple things to really make some changes. You know,
Hmm. No, seriously. It is. It's like the little things that we take for granted especially as far as our bodies and our health mentally and physically. Like you have to maintain it, like you said, like a car. Like you gotta put more into yourself probably than anything else. I mean, like you're you, you're with you, and nothing happens without you. Um, but yeah, I too, and then I just feel like after COVID, like people didn't really give themselves a chance to like really like reset because like honestly like we're so stressed like everything's just building on top of itself and yeah I use massage for sure to just like get away for a while too like it's just like okay I'm in this zone.
it hasn't been me. I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna change that right away. No, like literally, I had like this pass with I ain't gonna say who they are, but like they get you with the membership. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and so like I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all already took my money. I'll be back. But like they're going through like masseuses and masseurs like crazy. I'm like, so they get the one person that was like so good, and I'm like, oh, this person's great. And then like 3 sessions later, they're gone. I'm like, what?
That's how it works. It's like I've worked for a couple franchises before where I literally, essentially just use them for a paycheck just to get back on my feet. And because it's like they burn you out. a lot of times, and you're underpaid.
Is there anything that you're into right now musically or you want to share about your music?
Um, yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of doing the project. I mean, I've been with my guitar player for like 20 years. You know, we might as well be dating. But
I thought you guys were. Like, neither one of y'all asked me out, so so funny.
um, we're still getting together, and you know, I've been kind of focusing more on the production side. So I went from like bass, and now I find myself playing drums more than bass. And I play guitar, you know, more than bass sometimes too. So that's the cool part about the production side. It's like I get, you know, in my house, I have like a little studio setup, so I'm just like do and just playing. I'm switching like from you
Mm.
know a station to station. It's so much fun. But yeah, we definitely always looking to jam and stuff and get something going because we're not getting any younger. I don't want to be that 7-year-old guy playing at a dive bar, you know, on a stick.
Girlfriend, you still look like you 25.
My life.
Man, yeah, like it's okay to be that guy at the dive bar. Like,
Yes.
as long as you're happy and your bills are paid and you're not like out there like beating people up for shots of whiskey, you should be good.
I mean, that could be me.
Nah, you probably be beating people up for like a matcha or a wheatgrass shot.
Stereotype. Stereotype.
But yeah, it's like I feel like I've also, once I picked up guitar and like really got more into it, like I haven't been playing for a while actually now, but I need to. But just yeah, like that was like Prince, right? Like so like that was that whole vibe, like, like you said, going around like from instrument to instrument. I can't remember who it was he met. I think it was like Sheila E. And she was telling the story like how he came over and it was like he was on the drums and then like 2 seconds later he got up and he was over there on on the keys and like this man was just all over the place. Like this is great. So
Yeah. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know me and Nicole, we had a little project going for a little bit.
yes, sir. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
and your vocals are so great. We need to get back into it.
oh, for sure. I'm working on stuff. It's just, there's I mean I have my hand in, my irons, too many irons in the fire, honestly, right now. I mean, you can relate.
Like my hands are burning.
Oh my gosh. Anything about Chicago right now that's exciting for you?
No, because I know winter's coming. So
The winter's coming. This ain't Game of Thrones.
got nothing to be excited about. Nothing like that. So
Well, maybe we'll get a one good snow and all the people who didn't realize they needed a snowblower or that they're not in shape, they'll be back to you right after clearing the sidewalks. There's an alderman who's trying to pass an ordinance for a budget to have like these automatic sidewalk clear things, like these machines that clear the sidewalk like for every ward or whatever.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I
Something
know.
about folks who want to make a buck, an honest buck.
Exactly, like because you're gonna tax me, and that's gonna be like that $20, that 20 massage, the $20 shovel that I would have got from one of the guys, asking around versus my tax funded what $50 an hour shovel with a machine. You're not even gonna hire anyone. They're talking about like some kind of machine, like good times. All right. Well, hopefully everything works out for your obviously getting through the winter and your musical projects, and as well as throwing bows. We are looking forward to anything you have to promote, and any expansion, anything you want to give us a website or any social media.
Yeah, so it's throwinbowsmassage.com, and then you can book there. It has my menu, and I believe it has all my social media links on the site.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, and we are definitely going to have to do this again.
Yeah, we gotta hang.
For sure. For sure. Eat some french fries and green tea.
I don't like that combo, but
It's
okay.
not, it's so bad. It's not like Frosties and fries. Talk to you later.
Uh,
All right, take care. Bye.